Hello and welcome. I'm your host, Elizibar. We're going to talk about Elvira meets Vincent Price. Great title design, right? Issue number one. I could live without the like skeleton hand holding the piece of popcorn up. Like that's kind of weird looking, man. I don't know. I'm not even sure what movie that's from. Because the skeleton in House on Haunted Hill, like the bones were all bleached white. Is this like from Wax Museum or something? Anyway, I guess it probably doesn't matter. So the story starts off with Elvira, and it's a direct continuation of that series that ran last year. Starts off with her trying to pitch a show to Deathflix, and she's talking with her agent after this, and they've like name off a bunch of obvious takeoffs from real world like horror companies and stuff. Okay, so that's where we're at. That's where we start, and I love the like various looks on her face right here. Like everybody, that's one thing I gotta say. Like this artist, who is Juan Samu. I'm not sure how to pronounce your last name. Very expressive. The art is extremely expressive at all times. She's expressive. He's expressive. Those looks from the executives, those are worth $1 billion. Like, just we are so not impressed. Anyway, she's pitching a show here, and this is like I want to show you like this because this is a good gag. It's also very telling about what's going on like in the world that she lives in. Her agent used her exact words to pitch a show with a different host. Bum bum bum. Yeah, that's the kind of world. That's where we're stuck here in this Elvira book. Good times. Let's see. So she has creepy dreams. Not so good. Pit and the pendulum, and the whole thing is very much self-referential, or very self-aware. Like when that's going, Vincent, at some point in this book, Vincent Price, when he shows up, is like quoting Shakespeare, and she's like, "Ah, this must be directed by Roger Corman." If you don't know, Roger Corman directed a whole bunch of movies with Vincent Price in them back in the '60s. Maybe not directed, maybe produced is the correct designation there, because I guess Roger Corman's more of a producer than anything. He made approximately 7 million bad movies, some of which had good actors in them. That's just the nature of the business. I once heard Roger Corman's philosophy described as, why make one movie for one budget when we can make two movies for half the budget total? So there you go. Because when you're trying to fill in time on like a drive-in theater card, like it doesn't really matter. A lot of the audience probably isn't paying that much attention to the bad movies anyway. Eventually, Vincent Price does show up in the ethereal flesh, such as it is, and starts explaining what's going on to I almost said Vampirella, to Elvira. And he's like, yo, there's this lost movie. And da 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 da. And apparently, the lost movie, which I don't know if this is real. I guess I should have Googled that before I started recording here. I don't know if that's like a real lost movie or whatever. But they need to go get it back before bad things happen. And so he is enlisting her to do it. So she's going to go off on some wacky hijinks. They're going to crack a bunch of jokes, make a bunch of references, and that's really what this first issue had a whole lot of. Look at this art. Okay, just stop what you're doing. Like, Vincent Price looks great. Stepping out of the TV. Look at this smile right there. He had that elegant kind of charm to him, which is kind of weird because he usually played like bad guys that wanted to kill you, but not always. And look at her facial expressions here. Grr. Oh, this is some really nice expression work in all this art. Like, I gotta just give the artist, like, I don't know if I gave him a thumbs up earlier. He's got one now, though. Like, two. I really enjoyed the way the book looked. The writing is fun. It's fast. At no point did I have to, like, go back and reread something. It was just like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Stuff was popping. Have you ever watched, like, an old screwball comedy where the dialogue's just going and you can barely keep up with it? That was this, and it was fantastic. I mean, you look at this. There's a lot of text on these two pages here, and I devoured it in no time, man. This is good stuff. This is so far. This is a lot of fun. This is probably better than that series last year, and I had liked parts of that series pretty well. So if this keeps up the promise from this first issue, it's going to be fantastic, and I can't wait to read it all. Bye bye.